Hello, everybody. Welcome to my studio here in Keyworth, UK. I hope you're having a great evening today. I just wanted to speak to you today about something super important. Before I start, this is obviously going to be a topic, my main topic, which is energy. Okay. I'll just treat you with a little bit of sound stimulation. So just relax. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Focus on your heart. And relax. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Listen to the sound. I like to listen to the silence after that as well. So, a little bit of an introduction of my sound. I absolutely am obsessed and involved in sounds because they are just so beneficial to us, especially those, obviously, but I'm talking about those which are coherent, which are very harmonious, that are rich, that are to do with our nature, that are to do with the nature that is surrounding us, and that are out there for us and that have been created before we got here. Okay, so I'm really promoting this and obviously incorporating this in my daily routine, and I know that it makes me feel very good, so I just want to promote this and it's just I'm promoting birds and the rainfall, but I am serious with passing the message on. However, what I wanted to speak to you today is just slightly different. That introduction was purely just to promote my studio. Actually, is any information about sound healing you can get on info@dreamkasha.com if you're interested in such therapy practice, which is beneficial when it comes to cleansing of your chakras and any impurities when it comes to energetic space, right? However, well, the topic today is to do with trust, right? I mean, it is also connected with one of the energy centers that are the spirals, the vortexes, the particular one that is at the bottom of at the base of a spine, which is a root chakra. Okay, and incidentally, the chime that you heard at the beginning is actually fire element, so it does correspond to that fire, right? To that chakra. I wanted to say that this trust that we sort of are seeking, right? There is this constant search for feeling trusting, for feeling that we are able to surrender, right? And there is a little bit of a maybe dissonance or some kind of resistance against it, because we somehow are conditioned that we need to be always on the ball, always controlling the situation, and always we are the ones. Of course, we are responsible for everything, right? However, there is a reason why there is a big difference between being responsible for your life and taking responsibilities for your life and your actions and what and your behaviors, but there is no chance that you can be responsible and control the flow of life, right? So we have to see the difference here. Okay, you can trust within yourself that everything is going to be okay and take it from that place, and then allow things to happen on their own within there and unfold themselves in front of you naturally when you know what your actions should be. But in order for you to realize what they are, you need to be in touch with your inner self, with your intuition, okay? I mean, this is a brilliant gift that I was given, and it's just sort of delivered itself in a very painful way because I just went through a major breakdown, which I didn't understand at the time. That was actually just something cracking open and opening a new pathway that I am supposed to follow, which at the time I was actually just one of these people who thought that life was happening to me and I have no influence over the whatever is happening around me. Whereas the moment I cracked the code, and I mean the code actually cracked itself within me, was when I realized that there is something different. There is this matrix that we are a part of, that we can be completely impartial from it and unattached from it, and that we can just become independent individuals. However, independent in such way, remembering at the same time that we are absolutely connected with everyone and everything around us. Okay, this is a very good message so far. I mean, I feel that way. So on that topic of trust, right? The reason why I'm speaking about it is because there is this way of helping yourself, of trusting and surrendering. For those who know what I'm talking about, for those who want to know more about how to trust and surrender and feel that they can follow the intuition without fearing that everything is going to fall apart, and they just have to keep on prompting and just sort of saving the ship and trying to fix the ship that isn't even broken, instead of actually taking the steering wheel and take the right course and let the wind get into the sail and then just allow it to go and flow, right? I mean, this is really easy for me to say right now, but it took me a while to figure it out. And the only way I can sort of speak to you in terms of for others to understand is probably this little hint that I can give and drop, which would be about your future self, right? So obviously we know that we are here and now, and the reason why most people, they are not able to experience fully what they are doing and feeling and what they're behaving and what they are experiencing right now is just because they are either worried about what's going to happen in the future, and they are creating in their head negative scenarios, which is a part of probably a collective, and everybody's experiencing it. It's just the way that we deal with it that differs. Or we are being stuck in the past and should have, would have, could have, not being able to just sort of unattach ourselves from our previous doings or other people's doings to us, right? Which is obviously very dimming, very harmful, very non-serving, very life-sucking, and the energy is running away. So the way to cope with this is just to imagine knowing yourself, and that's the hint that I can give you guys. For example, you are already here, right? So you just so you made it, and you've come a long way, right? So why is it that you don't trust that you are, with you being here, survived, right? You did everything you could in order just to make it where you are. Why are you not trusting yourself enough to understand that the future is going to be exactly the same? And I mean, you don't have to worry about what's going to happen in the future, because so far so good. You've managed to do the things very well, navigated yourself the best you could, and the only thing you want, if this is something that you feel you should do, is just improve a little bit every day, and you don't have to worry about what's going to happen in the future, because your future self, like your now self, is here now, and then obviously just you should be able to enjoy this fact, right? And spend some time with yourself, with your now self, with your present self, okay, and enjoy that and be in it and experience it in full. Instead of that, we are just like sort of creating a scenario about the future or reminisce in the past, right? So why not think about your future self as a person that you are completely trusting? Because if you are here right now, you can trust yourself because you've come a long way. So that does mean that you are handling yourself very well if you are here at this moment and you are content within yourself. Why think that something bad's going to happen in the future, right? So your future self's got your back. The way I understand it on an emotional level just gave me such a massive freedom and understanding that I have absolutely nothing to worry about. And my future self is just like sort of lining everything out for me the way I want it. It's going to come out as a surprise. It's going to be coming out as or whatever. I don't have the need of actually just seeing what's going to happen. But obviously, right now, all I know is when I connect with my inner self and I'm connected with my intuition, and I'm asking myself, what do I need to do right now? The intuition is telling me, this and this needs done, right? Okay, so obviously I just go and get it done and sorted, right? Without a hectic sort of approach, without having to do it, without pressuring myself, just purely take a deep breath, do it because I can, do it because it's available, do it because this is my job to do it, and that's it, right? And the rest of it, it will take care of itself. And I mean, when you understand that the rest of it is going to take care of itself, you are not going to need to rescue your own ship that is actually nothing wrong with it, right? You are not going to feel like you are not navigating well enough, or you are not a good enough driver, or, and so on and so on. You're just only learning, you're only just going through something difficult like everybody else, and you have to give yourself credit rather than just like constantly beating yourself around about this is what I haven't done or what I have done, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is a gibberish, that this is a talk, this is just a load of crap that your mind is just throwing at you. And for you to understand that on an emotional level, that you can silence those voices that are constant and they are obsessive and they are disruptive and they are draining, you only have to do one thing: relax, right? So relaxation comes in all possible, from all possible angles. You can choose and create for yourself ways to relax and really relax and rest, for you to calm down completely and be within yourself. For example, concentrate on your heartbeat, concentrate on your breathing, go for a massage, for example, and visit me. Why not? Because obviously I'm the best. And listen to the sounds, right? This sounds is actually something that is keeping me in that very moment, which is really great, because I am anticipating the next second, and I am so focusing my mind not on the negative scenarios in the future like I used to, but on the things that are happening right now and how I am experiencing them right now. Okay, so knowing that your future self has got everything in line for you, and the future is just nice and bright and you have nothing to worry about, all you got to do is just to relax within that moment and trust and surrender like this. It's a process, it takes time, because the moment when you realize that is followed by many, many years of you being in a tension, in a state of stress, in a state of being thinking that you have to control everything in your life, and that you cannot let go and fully trust within and drop yourself within your heart, right? And then just completely be, it's okay, it's completely fine, right? Everything's fine. Now everything is fine, and that's what matters, right? So when you realize this, you are not touching yourself from the thoughts about the future. You are starting to deeply to experience everything deeper, on a deeper level and more intensified. So you obviously are able to enjoy everything. You have no reason why you should be judging yourself for anything. You also have this feeling that it's okay to feel the things that are supposed to be bad, right? So anger, guilt, shame, things that you just get comfortable with feeling everything and just like dealing with those demons and with ease, right? Because you're just facing them up. You see that you see yourself and observe yourself as if you were another person. And if you see yourself from this perspective, I cannot just like sort of praise it enough and tell you how amazing this feels, because it is really important for you to feel this way. And for you to go to that state, you need to start relaxing more, because when you relax more, your intuition comes to the surface, right? And if you don't relax, you're going to be just constantly thinking about stuff that can go wrong, and then you're going to wind yourself up even more. And that is lack of self-love, dude. So don't do it, right? Just don't do it to yourself, because you deserve for yourself to be your best friend who's going to tell you, hang on, just chill out. This is going to be, whatever is happening right now is only temporary. Obviously, I'm going to be fine, because I am fine right now, so I'm still standing. And if shit hits the fan, I know exactly what to do, because I have connection with my intuition, I have connection with my inner voice, and I know exactly what to do, because my future self is lining everything out for me and is going to show me the way and tell me exactly what to do. So this is the message today that I wanted to pass on, and I think it's really important so that we all know this, because for us to get to that state where we don't have to worry, we get rid of anxiety, we get rid of tension, we get rid of this constant fear and our random behaviors that are not serving our own life and other people's lives that who surround us, like our families, for example. So if we get to that state quicker. I'm not saying that it's a quick fix or quick, easy way to get there, but it is possible because you need to first decide that this is where you want to get, right? That you just need to, know that the path that you've chosen for yourself is that you're going to have this awareness that's a little bit wider, right? Just because you stop growing in your physical body doesn't mean that you are not growing in different areas. You're obviously growing, your consciousness is expanding every day, you are learning new things all the time, and yes, you have sort of achieved maturity when it comes to your physical body, and you are not growing like children grow every day with the bones and noses and whatever parts of the body, but you are also growing still when you're an adult. You are growing in a way where you are learning new skills, you're learning new things, obviously, but then all you do also on the level that you can't see and sometimes just don't understand is the energetic level, okay? So you are expanding your consciousness, and if you feel like you have any problems that you cannot overcome and you're stuck with, and often there are just stuck emotions that are playing around the same scenario in your life all the time. Push and pull dynamic in relationships, addictions to substances that are harmful, negative thoughts, unable to let go of the past, inability of, like, for example, even to go to a different job, like being stuck in a job that you don't like, for example, or in a relationship that you can't stand anymore and stuff like that. The transition that's positive needs to go, it's a process and needs to be sort of intended upon, right? If you intend to get there and you want to see more and be more aware, but do it with a state of trust and surrender, understanding that everything is going to be done for you rather than by you, then that's a bliss, and it makes you feel so much more calmer, obviously so much more loose and relaxed. You feel completely like you dropped in within yourself, and you just don't really have to worry about anything apart from the fact what is going on around you right now. And that is great, and that's really big relief. So that's the message for today I wanted to pass on. I hope this is going to be helpful for people who want to embark on that bigger journey that is so beneficial and so much worth it, because it makes you feel so energized, young, motivated, I mean, you name it, right? So if you want to be this way, then you definitely want to intend on expansion of your consciousness. And if this is what you do, then you just find yourself someone who's going to help you guide through this, because it's a process that sometimes feels a little confusing, and those who obviously have a little bit of experience and expertise in it, then obviously they can help you out. So that's a great thing, especially people who can see emotions and can sense emotional bodies and read your energetic auras, so that but there's plenty of healers out there who can help. So obviously, don't worry if anything happened to you recently that made you feel like you're out of space, that you are out of this world, that nothing is working, that you seem like everything's confusing and everything is normal when you wake up to the higher truth. And this is all going to calm down once you realize what you really want, what are your, and you just learn to navigate this ship, right? I mean, it's a complicated, big vehicle, so to say. So that you can, before you start and learn how to get there to the destination, you just need to know how to operate everything so that you can get there safely, right? So first, you obviously, if you know your destination, that's great. All you need to do is just learn to drive and then sail off. All right. So that's it. I love you loads, and I'm just going to play a little bit more of my Koshi chime. Relax. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And stay still. Beautiful. Right. All the best. Love you loads. info@dreamcasha.com if you have any questions. Love you. Bye-bye.